Hey y'all, how you doing? All right, we're back out in the garage, working on the 8 3/4 again. This time, not so much the center section, but the housing itself. What I'm going to be doing is, I'll show you. The housing here has there's no way to drain the gear oil out except to either pull an axle or pull the center section out a little bit and then let it drain out, and then which is not really all that convenient, and it's really not that great of an idea because you still have to wind up pulling the axles out anyway. So I was thinking, why not put a drain in? Now, this plug fits in this bung right there, and I thought I could clean this up, clean all the rust off of it, and drill a hole here, and then get this prepared for the gear. Get this prepared. Once the hole is drilled, then go and sand all the paint off. And then once that's done, weld this on. I was initially going to cut this off, but I don't think I will now. I'm going to just leave this bevel on here because I think it might help me out a little bit when it comes time to weld this in. So, all right. So I'm going to get started and get busy on this. I'll show you a little bit more as I go, okay? Okay, y'all. As you can see, I've got the hole drilled right here. It's just about at right for this here. This is my bung. I'm going to put it in there like that and then weld it up. Of course, I'm going to clean all the paint off right here. See. Now, why I didn't put it right there? Because of the fact that it was going to be right in the way if I use a floor jack. So, and I think it's good enough right there. So we'll go with it and move on from there. I have this other one made by Moroso, but it is really, really big. Matter of fact, it's right here. As you can see, it's just enormous. It would be good for that, but I'm thinking that what I've got picked out here will work out really well. I think it'll work out just fine for this kind of thing. So I'm gonna clean this all up, and get the paint off there, and get started welding on it. So, all right. I'll pause this and be right back. Okay, y'all. Just a couple little quick tips here about welding. Fixing to do a little welding. I just want to pass on some information. I know I've said some of this stuff before, but it's worth repeating. Okay, here's one of them. Most every time people will weld, they need to clean something up. Okay, it's important. You don't want to be welding through grease and grime and filth. If you're going to do something like that, be sure to use a non-chlorinated brake parts cleaner. Okay, non-chlorinated. All right, easy to remember. The CRC green can. Okay. If you're not using CRC, just make sure it says non-chlorinated on it. If you're using the red can, guess what? That's probably going to be chlorinated. Why is that important? When you are welding parts that have been cleaned with something that has chlorine in it, the heat from the welding can sometimes generate chlorine gas, which is also known as phosgene, which can generate chlorine gas or phosgene gas. Now, phosgene gas is really nasty. That's the stuff they used in World War I, and they also use chlorine gas. You don't want to be breathing either one of them in. As a matter of fact, when you are welding, it's a good idea to turn on a fan. Okay, and which I'm going to do. Now, I'm not a welding expert by no stretch of the imagination, so I do know that the chlorine non-chlorinated cleaner yeah, do something like that. Don't be using a chlorinated cleaner. But got this cleaned up, and I've got this. I'm using this small one. I'm not going to use the big one. It was just sticking out there like a wart, and I just really didn't like it. And I feel like this one's going to do a good job, a better job anyway. All right. Oh, got all the paint cleaned off, which is really important. Got the paint cleaned off here for the ground as well. So, you notice I've got my ground really super close to where I'm welding. I don't want to the ground have to travel a long way to get to, so anyway, all right. I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to do a little welding and get right back to you. Okay, be right back. Okay, y'all. All right. Got the welding done. I know the welding isn't the prettiest in the world, but you know what? I think it's going to do just fine. Okay? So let me turn the overhead light back on. I was using my light here, and I was holding it in here to see if I could see any light, and I don't see any light gaps coming through. So I think we've got ourselves a tight seal there. So let's go over here and turn the lights on, and we'll see what it looks like with the light on. Okay. Now, for those of you who are probably asking, what about all the material that's inside here? This hasn't been cleaned out yet, so I've still got to clean this out inside. I've already broke this loose. It's probably still really, really hot. I'm not going to mess with it right now. But I am going to leave this in here because I want this to cool with this plug in there, because I don't want there to be any kind of warping or anything like that of that bung I welded in there. Okay, so a few little safety tips here. Quick, welding helmets. They're pretty wonderful. Okay, they're really nice, especially these like this. That has the auto darkening feature. Just so you know, I'm not real crazy about the skulls either, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. If you have one, be sure to keep it clean. All right, by basically keeping it in some sort of bag like this one right here. See, this helmet came with this bag, and so I keep the helmet in the bag to keep the dust and the dirt and the particles off of it when I'm cleaning or working and generating all kinds of dust and debris and everything like that. So this isn't finished, by the way. I'm going to probably dress this up with a grinder a little bit, so that'll make that look good. But anyway, yeah, take care of your welding helmets, because even if there's not an auto darkening one, when you're welding, you need to take care of your eyes. That's like one of the, if you look at a lot of people who've been welding a very long time, you'll notice they always have bad eyesight because the welding is really hard on your eyes, or at least it seems that way anyway. Let's just say that it sure seems that way. Righty. Yes, so I'm really happy about this. I'm really excited about this, and I'm really looking forward to getting this project together and getting everything worked out. I still have to order adapter plates because this axle assembly here has the this axle assembly has the 5 on 4.5 inch lug pattern on the axles. So, and I am running wheels that has the 5 on 5.5. So the adapters are going to push my wheels out just a little bit. But I don't think there's going to be any problem with that. Matter of fact, it actually may come out being an advantage, because it'll give the truck a little more of a broad-shouldered look, So I don't think there'll be any issue there. So anyway, all right. Everybody on something here real quick. We are at 500, over 500 subscribers now. So I am just over the moon. It's just amazing. And I have to thank you all for that. All of my subscribers. I really seriously appreciate you all. You all have been great. Really, you have. So I give yourselves a big pat on the back. Okay? But yeah, if you have any questions about this video or any of the other videos, feel free to comment down below. I'll do my very best to get back to you and answer your questions as soon as I possibly can. You know, really just excited about the over 500 subscribers, and it happened on Christmas Day, so you know, just really, really great. Just like make Christmas a little bit nicer. So I really appreciate that. So also, I really appreciate all the likes and the shares and everything like that. I really appreciate that too as well. And so anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you, again, have any questions, be sure to just drop them down below. I'll do my very best to answer. Okay? Thank you, and God bless, and have a great one.